It said, with ships. I'm going to bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Why? Because we didn't want to keep God's law, statutes, and commandments at all. We wasn't given religion. We wasn't given Baptist, Mormonism, Pentecostal. We wasn't given that. We was given law, statutes, and commandments. This is our manual. So what we trying to teach that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are the Israelites according to the Bible.
Right.
All right, so let me see. Come on this side for me. Excuse me. What do you see yourself on this side there, sis? Right here. What do you see yourself on this side? Because you don't find black in the Bible as a nationality. You don't find African American in the Bible in there as a nationality. So what do you find yourself? Where? Judah. All right. So you the first one, Judah. So this is how we're gonna come back. This is how we're gonna come back to our nationality, right? So let me tell you this right here. Did this happen to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans? Especially the blacks. This happened, right? Would you believe me? This was prophesied in the Bible well over 2,000 years ago. That we was going to come over here on slave ships. Look at these slave ships. Give me Deuteronomy 28:68. Let me show this sister right here, real quick, that this right here, Moses in the Bible said, if we don't listen to the law, statutes, and commandments, that this right here is going to happen to a certain group of people. Because this didn't happen to everybody, did it? Did this happen to everybody? No. Let me show you in the Bible. Read.
Let's look at Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
It said, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt. What do Egypt mean? Egypt. Deserts and pyramids, right? So we're going to show you what the Bible says, what Egypt means. Listen up, all right? Listen, sis.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Out of the land of Egypt, listen.
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of what?
Of bondage.
It said out of the house of bondage. What is another word for bondage? Slavery. Slavery, right? Out of the house of... read that again. I don't want to mix no words. I just want the Bible to speak. Read.
Out of the house of bondage. I am the Lord. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Out of the land of Egypt. Out
of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. Out of the house of slavery. So let's go back to 68. Yeah, ask the question. Yes, we built the pyramids, sis. We, the Israelites, sis. Because we are the Israelites according to the Bible. This is what we're proving. Because we are the Israelites, sis. Read 68 again. Right, so you putting 1 and 1 and 2 and 2 together. This is not hard. Read.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
How you doing, sis? What's your name? Rhonda, I'm right here. Rhonda, we're going over that slave ships is in the Bible. And we just got done saying that Egypt means what, sis? Slavery. Egypt actually means slavery. So we're going to read in the Bible and show this right here. Come look at Rhonda. Come look at this. This happened this was prophesied well over 2,000 years ago. So read that.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
It said, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt. Read.
Again, with ships.
With what?
With ships.
It said with ships. Did this not happen to us? It's called the transatlantic slave trade.
No.
Step to the side. Right here. Look at this. This happened in history. This is coming from the west coast of Africa to Brazil. Came over to the North America, right here. It said, with ships, I'm going to bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Why? Because we didn't want to keep God's law, statutes, and commandments at all. We wasn't given religion. We wasn't given Baptist, Mormonism, Pentecostal. We wasn't given that. We was given law, statutes, and commandments. This is our manual. So read that. Finish reading that up.
With ships, by the way that whereof I spake unto thee.
Just like I'm saying it to you, how it's going to happen, this is how it's going to happen. And did that not happen? It happened. And this was, listen, this is talking to the Israelites. We just walked out of Egypt. We literally just walked out of Egypt. And Moses said, hey, if y'all ain't going to listen to the Lord, thy God, the creator of heaven and earth, this is going to happen to you in the future. We said, Lord, no, it ain't going to happen to us. You did all these miracles. But it said, if you ain't going to listen to my law, statutes, commandments, this is going to happen to you again. In the future. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Well, we ain't going to see no more again. We ain't going to see our homeland of Jerusalem no more. So, because a lot of us got picked up from the west coast of Africa. But we ain't seen our homeland since we left.
Right.
Read.
And there.
And where?
And there.
And where?
And there. Read. Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Ooh, it said enemies. You be look at that. Black man, where is that sign? We got that sign for sale. Negroes for sale. Excuse me, prophet. Look at this. Look at this. Was we not sold into slavery? We were sold into our slavery, but it said until what?
Sold unto your enemies.
Until your who? Your enemies.
Bring it on.
That's it. I had enemies. Was that plural or is that singular? That's plural. So who bought us? Who bought us in slavery?
Yeah.
White folks. She can't be honest. She's like white folks. What? White, and it's the truth. But hey, it's not offended. This is what the Bible say.
Right.
I'm just reading what the Bible said.
Right.
It said it's gonna be sold to your enemies. I ain't said this. I didn't make this up. I didn't wake this wake up and say, hey, look at that. No, it said your enemies. Right? Before it, the transatlantic slave trade. Have you heard of the sub-Saharan slave trade? The sub-Saharan slave trade. Look it up tonight. I want you to look it up. It's sub-Saharan. That's when the Arabs, the real Muhammad and them, put us into slavery. Took us off the east coast of Africa, in the south, in the north, in the south part of Africa, and sold us over to India, Saudi Arabia, over to China. We built the Great Wall of China, just like we built those pyramids over there in Egypt.
Right.
We built those too. We went all the way over to Japan. One of the most famous person in Japan, Yuri Sasuke, was a black man. Was a black man sold from the sub-Saharan slave trade, sis. So what we're going over is history. This is our history. This wasn't given for, because did this happen to any white folks? Did this happen to any white folks? I'm just reading. No. This hasn't happened to no other race of people except the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans. Because when they came over here, they colonized the Hispanics. They came over here and destroyed the Native Americans. There was well over 77 million Native Americans that was killed over here in North America. But they want to go say y'all can't enter into Texas because we got a border up. You are aliens. No. Yes, sir. Yeah, but it was already people here. And they still push that in school. They still push that in school. Give me Deuteronomy 20. So, now you know. So, right. That's what we got. So, what he says, sis. So, right now, I'm teaching you that you are an Israelite according to the Bible. From the tribe of Judah. So, it shows you a nationality, and I'm going to give you a law. So, you might buck up against me right quick, because I'm going to give you one little law. And listen, our sisters is always buck up against us on this one. Read that. We're going to read it out of the Bible. Remember, I didn't make this up. I didn't wake up today and say, hey, sis. Sister Rhonda, what's your name again, sis? Heather. Sister Heather, I'm going to say this. to Sister Heather and Sister Rhonda. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear.
Wait, it said the woman shall not, just like if we go to the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill, steal, commit adultery, right? Thou shalt not, right? That's a commandment, right? That's a law. Let's read that from the top for Heather.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
It said it pertains unto a man. You sisters are wearing what every of these men are wearing. That's over here that you sisters are wearing. Pants.
What is nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.